coming up on Coasters and Travels.
This is the beginning of hopefully an epic trip. The trip has officially begun. Yes, let's do it. Yay, I'm in the park. Let's ride some roller coasters. So I just got out of Diamondback. It is still so good. Beast Night Ride, let's go. Good morning, y'all. This is the beginning of hopefully an epic trip. Now I'm just waiting for the Uber. Actually, I gotta put in the Uber. I think I packed everything. You know, I packed like 2 days in advance for this trip, man. I just can't wait to finally go to Cedar Point. But the first day, today, we're gonna head to Kings Island. There's a lot of credits I'm missing at that park. So yeah, I just can't wait to start the day. It's been a long time coming. All right, so we made it finally to our gate. That TSA line looked a lot longer than I thought it was going to be, but that thing was moving like fast. And the good thing now, since my last time on the plane, is that you don't have to take off your shoes, so that's awesome. But yeah, I'm not about this airplane life. It's like I'd rather do road trips any time of the day. All right, good news. We have made it to the Charlotte airport. That was a very, very quick and easy flight. My gate is, I see it right there. It's not that far. Charlotte airport looks nice. Not as nice as the Tampa airport, but yeah, it's not bad. All right, we are in our rental. I just wanted to give my quick experience on my flight. Both flights were pretty smooth. American Airlines, I usually don't have an issue with them. Crazy thing is, when it comes to the departing and arrival times, the majority of the time you're waiting in the plane either to land or to get out. Like, you're barely in the air for that long. That's a good thing for me, at least, you know, because I'm not really a fan of flying that much, but you know what? I can get used to this. All right, I just got through the car rental place. The trip has officially begun. Yes, let's do it. One thing I can say is that this is probably the most I've ever driven in the left lane. In other states outside of Florida, I'm like the aggressive, fast driver. But in Florida, I'm the slow driver. I'm usually either in the middle lane or mostly in the right lane. It's interesting when you drive in a different state, people actually drive, you know, pleasantly, you know? All right, we just made it to Mason, Ohio. That means we're not that far from Kings Island. All right, so this is my room for today. It's actually not bad. I got a coffee maker, got a nice little closet in here. And this place is literally, I got an ironing board. This place is literally across, down the street from Kings Island. So I'm at the Microtel Inn and Suites by Wyndham, right next to the Waffle House. Nice big mirror. I got a microwave and a refrigerator, a nice bed, phone over there. I think this is like a double room or something, but nice bathroom. There goes me. What's good? Oh yeah, this is very nice. All right, let's head to Kings Island. All right, so I finally made it to Kings Island. Finally, it's been 10 years, but we already have some problems. So the issue I was trying to get into parking. They tried to scan my ticket, but they couldn't. It couldn't go through for some reason. Now, I have a Six Flags Over Georgia Prestige Pass with a all-park passport. So, and I've already visited Six Flags Over Georgia this year, so, but I don't know what the issue is. They told me to go into pretty much ticket services or whatever they said. I don't remember. But it's crazy that we're having problems before I even enter the park. But we will see what happens. All right, they say go to ticket services first, but we're going to try to see if we can get in with, because I didn't have the paper ticket. I found my paper ticket, so let's see what happens. Yeah, that didn't work. I have to go to ticket services, unfortunately, but at least I'll be able to get in, hopefully. All right, good news. So I had to go to ticket services. They had to speak to corporate or something, but they took care of it, and they was able to scan my pass. So, yay, I'm in the park. Let's ride some roller coasters. So apparently I came in during their Grand Carnival event, which is pretty cool. But yeah, screw that. Let's ride some coasters. We're gonna go to Orion first. Also, it's pretty damn hot. I just left Florida and it feels like Florida came with me. But I came like late in the afternoon, so in the next maybe hour or so, it should cool down a bit. But I just could not imagine how it was like around noon or 2 o'clock. Woo. Right now it's like 4 o'clock, so I think I came at a good time. All right, now the question is where the hell to go for Orion? I'm guessing this way? Man, I haven't been in this park in 10 years, so I have no idea where I'm going.
Supposed to be writing me a song about how much he loves me. Huh.
Ooh, lovely, lovely shade. This is exactly what I needed, man. You can always beat a hot day with just some shade. I guess this is a big park, but it doesn't look super crowded, but we'll see how long the wait is for Orion. So the last time I was here, it was only Flight of Fear in this area. Orion wasn't even built yet. All right, Orion seems to be a 10-minute wait, which is not bad. Is this a 10-minute wait?
So 60 minutes is Flight of Fear or 10 minutes.
Ah, nice. Nice. So Orion is a 10-minute wait, y'all. I may get a couple of rides on this thing. Look at this thing. This will be my second ever Giga, y'all. I'm excited. Look at this long ass queue. Good Lord. That is a tall brake run. Holy shit. That is tall. That brake run is taller than some rides. Listen, I haven't even rode anything and I'm already impressed. I saw a train come in, I saw a train come in the left, and I see a train in the station. Is Kings Island ride-offs that efficient? You know, I'm from Florida, and you know, I'm down the street from Busch Gardens, so it's like, I'm so used to bad write-offs. All right, so I just got 2 back-to-back rides on Orion. First of all, the write-offs are doing a phenomenal job. They're running those trains back-to-back. So my initial thoughts of Orion. I rode the third row the first time and I rode the back row the second time. First drop is phenomenal. First drop is great. I do like the sense of speed, and the little airtime it does have is very, very strong, especially in the back row. My favorite moments is the first drop, of course. Really the first drop, and then this little wave turn thing before the last hill, before the brake run. That gave some pretty strong airtime, really strong airtime. But besides that, you know, I think it's a pretty decent ride. I don't think it's, you know, anything special, anything different than Diamondback. I feel like it doesn't do enough to differentiate itself from the hypercoaster in the park, but at the same time, I think it's a good addition. But yeah, shout out to the write-offs. So Flight of Fear is a 60-minute wait. Yeah, I'm good on that. So we're gonna go to the other side in the park and ride Mystic Timbers, and from there we're just gonna ride whatever credits I'm missing. Speaking of missing credits, I'm missing one side of this roller coaster. I will be coming back to this side of the park, but right now I'm just focusing on most sought out credits. The second one is Mystic Timbers, so let's go. Whew, there go Diamondback. We will be getting a ride on Diamondback later in the day, for sure. I am so glad I came around this time because the sun is going down, and I don't know if my fat behind can can deal with the heat. So yeah, I came out a perfect time. Mystic Timbers is a 15-minute wait. I am so hyped to ride this roller coaster, man. I love me some GCIs. For now, Texas, what is it? Texas Stingray right now is my #1 GCI. Well, it's either between Texas Stingray and Thunderhead over at Dollywood. So we'll see how Mystic Timbers shape up. Also, Kings Island got such an odd loose article policy. I thought Busch Gardens' loose article policy was lenient. But basically on 4 of their rides, you have to basically, whatever you bring with you, you have to carry with you on the ride. I had to do that with Orion. I had to bring this on the Giga Coaster. So yeah, I thought Busch Gardens was lenient, but yeah, this park is like, whatever you bring in the line, you gotta ride with it. So, I mean, that's how they want to do it.
Your train is orange, Diamondback is red. Whatever you guys do, don't go in action. So have fun and enjoy your ride.
Okay, so I just got out of the Mystic Timbers. My immediate thoughts of the ride, it's very good. The pacing is ridiculous. It's really, really good. But I don't think this is better than Texas Stingray. I don't think so. Texas Stingray has stronger airtime. This has much better pacing. The pacing on Texas Stingray is pretty good too, but this has better pacing than Thunderhead. Like if I were to rank the GCIs, I would put Mystic Timbers as my second favorite. I would put Thunderhead as #3. I would put Texas Stingray as my #1 GCI. Like, this is a really good second place though, because the pacing is unreal, but the airtime is not that strong. But it's a really aggressive ride. I like it. I like it. All right, I got my 2 side-out credits. Now to get the rest of the credits that I'm missing, particularly in Camp Snoopy. I'm missing a lot of credits. All right, so I'm guessing this is the line for the family coaster, or AKA the Vekoma Hang and Bang, as they call it. The weather is way better than I expected outside of it being really hot. But yeah, the lines are pretty short, so I'm glad I came on this day. So I went on this ride and I went on this ride. There is a huge difference between riding this and riding this. This ride here is a definite hang and bang. This is the old school Vekoma family suspended coasters. Yeah, it's definitely a hang and bang, especially near the last turn. This right here is really smooth and it has some really decent G-forces for a family coaster. This ride right here, I would ride again. I would ride this again because it has some pretty decent forces for a family coaster. Like the new school Vekoma, you cannot go wrong with them. As a matter of fact, I'm going to ride this again because that was fun. That was really nice. All right, I think it's time to conquer Diamondback again. I wrote this 10 years ago, so let's see how better or worse it got. Listen, whoever is operating Orion, man, I've been seeing trains go up and down that ride since I've been here, man. It's insane. The ride ops in this park are insane. Diamondback is a 15-minute wait. Let's go. Okay, Okay, so I just got out of Diamondback, and my opinion on that ride, it is still so good. There is a bit of rattling on those valleys. I didn't ride the very back row, but I would say the worst offender is the valley after the turnaround. I would say that was the worst offender, but the ride still has spectacular airtime. Definitely not smoother than Mako. Mako, in my opinion, is still the smoothest B&M hypercoaster, and it has better sustained airtime than Diamondback, but Diamondback is a monster, man. This is a really, really good hyper. Definitely, I still give it an 8 out of 10. Still, maybe even a 9 out of 10. Yeah, it's just really good. The drop to the splash surprised me how much airtime I got out of that. So yeah, very, very good ride. Still probably one of the best rides in the park. I was about to leave this area, but I completely forgot about Woodstock Express. Let's get a quick ride on that. Espresso walk-on. Oh yeah, let's get a ride on this. All right, so I just got off of Woodstock Express, and in my opinion, that is not a bad roller coaster, y'all. It has that good rickety, rackety, classic wooden coaster feel, but you can tell this ride is very well maintained. I rode the very back row, and I say the best parts of the ride is the first 2 drops. The first drop had a good pop, but the second drop after the first turnaround had a good pop of airtime in the back row. Yeah, it was a good ride. Very good ride. I was impressed. Also, I just want to note that Diamondback was so far the longest wait of the day. It was just 15 minutes. If 15 minutes is the longest wait of the day, then yeah, I'm having a fantastic day. All right, so far I'm getting these credits left and right. The only ride I did not see operating is in Vertigo, so I don't think I'm going to get that credit today. But we're going to make a walk around the park, and the only other credit I'm missing is the other side of Racer. So we're going to eventually go over to back to that side. All right, we made it back to the front of the park. So now we're going to go to where Banshee is located and do that side. All right, next ride, the Racer. I can't remember which side I rode, but yeah, I'm missing one side of this coaster. I just got off the Racer. Now, it's been 10 years since I rode this ride. I can't remember which side I rode because the other side was closed, so I rode both sides just in case. 10 years ago, they was not dueling, but today, not only they were dueling, but they were running 2 trains on both sides. Also, shout out to Gravity Group because y'all did an amazing job retracking some of the parts of the ride. I thought that was great. It was just so fun dueling, man. I really, really like this park. I really, really like this park. It's a really, really good collection of rides, and I'm glad I came back after 10 years. Okay, I'm having a good time, but I need something to drink because I have nothing to drink or eat all day. I'm gonna get some water, and then I'm gonna get on Adventure Express. All right, this is probably the worst place to cool off, but it is hot and I need to rest. I promise I won't eat anything here. So I took a much needed break. I am back and we're gonna finish the rest of the day. So the plan is to go to Adventure Express and then finish with Banshee, the Bat, probably walk my way back and ride Orion again, and end the day on the Beast. All right, so let's talk about Adventure Express. I just got off that ride for the first time. All right, there's 2 things I like about that ride. I like that it has theming. I was not expecting theming on a mine train ride. And second, off the bat, as soon as you leave the station, you're gone. It is going. It is insane. The only thing I don't like about this ride, it is so damn janky. Like, oh my God, them transitions were rough. Like, if it had better transitions, I would probably like this more than Roadrunner Express at Fiesta, Texas. But man, it got good theming, but it's janky as hell. In Vertigo, this is the only coaster out of all the coasters in the park that is closed. Let me get away from this glare of the sun if I can. Yep, that ride is closed. so I will not be getting this credit today, but you know what? I'm not mad. So it looks like the bat is open. Let's get a ride on that, and then we're gonna get a ride on Banshee, and then we're gonna try to work our way back towards the Beast. All right, the bat is next. The last time I rode this, I enjoyed it, so hopefully I will enjoy it again. This coaster is located in the very back end of the park. It's very easy to miss it if you're not looking for it. I mean, look at this. This queue goes on and on and on. Insane. All right, so my thoughts on the bat. This is a do not miss this ride. If you ever come to Kings Island, you've never been to Kings Island, do not miss riding the bat. I forgot how good that ride was. Oh my goodness. And the fact that these aero suspended coasters are coming rarer and rarer by the day, you definitely owe yourself to come ride the bat, because it was just all good. It was just a great ride. It wasn't rough. It was very smooth all over. I love the banking. I mean, it's a classic aero suspended coaster, man. You can't get any better than that. The next ride is going to be Banshee, and then we're going to try to make our way towards the Beast, because it's after 8 and it usually gets dark pretty quick, closer to 9 o'clock. So the Banshee, and then probably the Beast, maybe an Orion ride if we have time, but we will see. Banshee has been running like clockwork all day, just like Orion. Let me tell you, Kings Island know how to run these B&Ms. Banshee is a 15-minute wait. Let's do it. This is a walk-on. Let's go. I may get a couple of rides on Banshee. So I got 2 back-to-back rides on Banshee, and let me see, it's like almost what, 8:49. So I'm gonna try to get 1 ride on Orion, maybe a ride on Mixed Timbers, I don't know. But I met a new friend, and he advised that I should try to get in the Beast line by 9:30, right?
9:30 the ride will stop. But if you're in line before 10, you still get to ride it before they kick you out of the park.
Right, okay. So we're heading to Orion right now to get that 1 ride. Either that, I'm probably, if depending on the time, either go to Mystic Timbers if I have time, or go straight to the Beast. We'll see. We shall see. Okay, based off this line, I may only have time for 1 ride, and then I'm gonna get in the Beast line. Okay, not gonna lie, Orion hits different at night. Not going to lie. I may give that ride an 8 out of 10, because earlier I kind of thought it was like a 7 out of 10 ride. But oh yeah, when it gets dark, Orion be flying, man. That was fun. All right, now to rush over to the Beast, because the goal is to get that Beast night ride, man. I have to get that night ride. I walked 13,000 steps today. I'm eating a big ass pizza tonight. All right, this is the reason why I came back to Kings Island, y'all, to get a night ride on the Beast, and of course get the missing credits. But yeah, Beast night ride, let's go. This is why patience is a virtue. Where I'm not that far from the front of the station. I had to wait a little bit. I had to wait a good minute, but it was worth it, because I'd rather be here than over there. All right, so I just got out of the Beast night ride for the first time. That was an 11 out of 10 experience, because I rode this ride 10 years ago, and I thought the ride was like, okay, there was nothing worth talking about, because you can see everything. It's really a boring route, but when you cannot see anything, when it is pitch dark, oh my God, it's a completely different ride. And the first half rode so different than I remember it. I do not remember it being that good. The Helix was good, and yes, it was a bumpy, but I love wooden coasters. I love that bumpiness of a wooden coaster, okay? and the energy from the people riding with me, it was just one of the best night experiences I've ever had, y'all. And I'm not lying, I'm not exaggerating. That was awesome.
So far, a fantastic start to my Ohio trip. I rode all the coasters I wanted, and I finally got that beast night ride. It was definitely an epic experience. With Kings Island conquered, next is Cedar Point. I'll see you there.